He was willing to leave United to go to fucking Napoli. Napoli, just because they're in the Champions League. It doesn't matter. If they don't challenge anywhere else, he couldn't give a shite as long as Europa League Ronnie is in the Champions League. This video is being brought to you with thanks to our friends at Surfshark. Surfshark is an app or browser extension that allows you to not only browse the internet entirely anonymously, but also very securely. Surfshark will secure your data with industry-leading measures using uncrackable encryption and the most secure VPN protocols. One subscription with Surfshark will work across all of your devices. I use it for unlocking things like American Netflix. We also use it if we want to watch our Canadian DAZN account and a couple of other bits and pieces. The good news is you can get 83% off. That's right, I did say 83% off. And an additional 3 months free using the Anfield Agenda link in the description. They've also got a really credible and unique 30-day money-back guarantee. If you don't like Surfshark, it doesn't meet your needs, which I'm going to be honest with you, it will and you won't. But if you do, if you want to change, Surfshark give you 30 days to change your mind. Why not give Surfshark a try? You'll be supporting us here at Anfield Agenda and you'll be treating yourself to the best VPN provider out there, bar none. Fergie was there too, said Mark LFC. There we go, Fergie was there. I mean, will they just leave that man alone at this point, Fergie? Like, is there ever going to be a time where he's actually going to get to fully retire and just enjoy life and not have to come in and, you know, have the Enrique Iglesias music playing in the background as he tries to rescue Manchester United from another shit show? Yeah, and I will dwell on that a little bit tonight, actually. Can we start off with a little chat around Europa League, Ronnie? So it says, and this is taken from an article I read earlier on, ultimately, and this is my wording, the next couple of words, not theirs. Ultimately, Europa League Ronnie did state his desire to leave Old Trafford, but he's running out of options. I think this is Melissa Reddy piece, actually, for Sky Sports News. And it seems like he's actually going to have to stay. So he doesn't want to stay, but nobody wants to buy the fucker, so he's going to have to stay. Perhaps he'll try and swing it where the 25% pay cut in his contract will be waived away by United. Perhaps he wants to manoeuvre and muscle a new deal. We'll have to wait and see. But it does look like Stamford Bridge. It doesn't look like Stamford Bridge is on his cards. Chelsea have distanced themselves from a deal for Europa League Ronnie. As have Bayern Munich, Napoli, and a lot of other elite clubs. I mean, just sneaking Napoli in there is an elite club, by the way. Well done, Melissa. Jorge Mendes, who's Ronaldo's agent, has tried to sell him. So nobody wants to buy Europa League Ronnie. And do you know what gets me the most about this? It's the hypocrisy of everything around it. So I love Manchester United, but I have a family issue that I can't go on the pre-season tour. Okay. Then I love Manchester United, but my agent is trying to get me a move away absolutely anywhere where I can possibly kick a football in the Champions League. And now the suggestions are, well, maybe he'll be okay if he doesn't have to take a 25% pay cut, which would be hypocrisy of the highest order, because then once again, it's got nothing to do with options. It's to do with just the fact that you don't think you deserve a pay cut, even though you are part of the team that failed to qualify for the Champions League. The man has no fucking shame at this point, and showing up today to Carrington or wherever it was with his agent in tow and Sir Alex Ferguson there, trying to kick up drama and a fuss over a situation that you freely signed. And I don't understand this, by the way. Some people are coming to his defence and trying to say he's the third best footballer that's ever existed. He shouldn't be playing in the Europa League. You know, United shouldn't be standing in his way. Fuck that. Fuck that. He signed a contract that is going to get him 600 grand a week or so. And he signed a contract to come back to Manchester United knowing full well what the club was like. So I have no sympathy for him, and I think Manchester United have every right, if they so wished, to make an example out of him. Now, they won't, because they're pussies, but they should, in my opinion, make a complete example out of Europa League Ronnie for adding more stress and drama to a new manager's job when he needs support at this time. He needs senior players to step up, not try and engineer moves away from the club, not try and argue over a pay cut that he's partly responsible for. It's just all about Ronaldo. It's a complete joke. And United don't look like they've learned their lesson from Pogba, taking the piss out of them, not once but twice. Now Europa League, Ronnie's at it, and it's beautiful to see from the outside, obviously, as a Liverpool fan, but at what point are people going to cop on? to the fact that Cristiano Ronaldo cares about one thing and one thing only, and that's Cristiano Ronaldo and his legacy. And that's sound, if you accept that fact. But you can't have it every which way of, oh, he's a club legend, he loves the club, but then at the same time, he's absolutely willing to throw the club under the bus to go out there and look after Europa League Ronnie's interest and make sure that he has the Champions League goal tally that he's, must keep him up at night worrying about Leo Messi maybe scoring more goals than him in the Champions League. If you talk about legacy and you want legacy, why did you sign the contract with United? Why? Like, any of us, you could have asked anybody in our chat, anybody on Twitter even, that had told you United weren't getting into the Champions League. But Ronnie and his arrogance thought, I am the great Cristiano. At 37 years of age, I can come in here and drag the group of useless reprobates that they have here at the club into the Champions League. You couldn't do it, Ronnie. You couldn't do it, my friend. And now, all we're doing is looking at United in yet another meltdown. And here's the thing, Ronnie. We love it. We absolutely love it. It makes my day seeing that club all over the shop. It makes my day seeing them go from beating us 4-0 in a pre-season friendly and thinking like they just won the Champions League to sitting back once again while player after player has no interest in playing for your club. And the legend, the one you all queued like absolute clowns round the corner to get a shirt when he came in. He's home! Ronnie is home! Round up the kids, love. We're all down to Old Trafford because Europa League Ronnie's home and he loves the club and he's going to bring us back to where we are. How does that feel now? How does that feel now where Europa League Ronnie is potentially sitting at home in his Atletico Madrid pyjamas, freshly changed? I'm sure he had 2 baths in a day, so probably had his Chelsea pyjamas on beforehand, then his Bayern Munich pyjamas, his PSG pyjamas, swiftly moving over to Napoli. I mean, think about that for a minute, United fans. He was willing to leave United to go to fucking Napoli. Napoli! Like, Napoli! Just for one reason. Just because they're in the Champions League. It doesn't matter. If they don't challenge anywhere else, he couldn't give a shite as long as Europa League Ronnie is in the Champions League. That is where we are with Cristiano Ronaldo. And this is why this Liverpool fan is absolutely fucking loving it right now. If he wants to leave, let him buy out his damn contract, said Liz. See, the thing is, like, the excuse making is hilarious for me. He doesn't care. You all sit at home pretending he loves it. He doesn't give a shite about Manchester United. He can say that he does till the cows come home, but ultimately he either doesn't want to pay cut or he wants to get the fuck out of the club because he wants to play Champions League football and United haven't managed to qualify for the Champions League again. It's brilliant. It's like a soap opera that just keeps on giving. And United trying to Sky Sports trying to dress it up and make it all out like, oh, well, Erik ten Hag expects him to show up and expects him ready. Well, where was he then? He didn't expect him to show up when they were on pre-season tour, did he? Because he had a family issue. Family issue that didn't stop him training every fucking day at home. That didn't stop his agent lashing dossiers around Europe to try and drum up interest in him. Family issue. Can't forget the Sporting pyjamas. Yes, to be fair. But look, nobody would be... If he went to Sporting... I think most people will go, all right, fair enough. There's an attachment. That's where he started his career, Europa League Ronnie. The fact they're having to wheel out Fergie to make Ronaldo stay is embarrassing. Yeah, and the fact that they're even considering, or the fact that it's even on the table for discussion, that the great Cristiano doesn't get a 25% pay cut like the rest of the club because, like, they don't fail as a group. Everybody else failed, but apparently Ronaldo didn't fail. He deserves his full pay. Because if we know one thing about the great Europa League Ronnie is that he's hard up for a few bob. Having nearly 500 million Instagram followers and making just as much money from social media as he does in football still doesn't stop the greedy cunt not wanting to take a 25% pay cut, even at this point in his career. I mean, just drink it in, my friends, because times are good and us Liverpool fans now are feasting on this nonsense. I am, anyway. I can't get enough of it, I won't lie. David Newell said, Ten Hag has no power. That's why they got Fergie involved to try and sort it out. Klopp would never call on Kenny to sort something out. No, he wouldn't. Not a chance. Kenny would offer, I'm sure, but Klopp would say no. It's his problem to sort out. And they're undermining Ten Hag massively here. Like, Erik ten Hag came in, and in fairness to him, the aura that he gave off was one of a manager who is coming in. He's not going to be afraid to make big calls. He's not going to be afraid to call people out and to pull people up. And they seem to be undermining him at every turn. So, yeah. Big questions, big problems at Manchester United. But ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving it.